On April 1st, a game called Crab Champions went into early access. This is a third-person roguelike shooter where you play as a crab and basically attempt to kill all the evil crabs that are trying to get you. Obviously, it's a roguelike, so as you go during your run, you're going to get more powerful, and there's different boss levels and different type of encounters, and this game has been absolutely killing it on Steam. Now, I'm pretty sure this game is basically developed by one person, at least that's what it looks like, and on Steam today, it has overwhelmingly positive reviews. It also is very affordable and only costs $9.99 and is only going to get better over time as it continues to get more updates, which it appears to be getting on a fairly frequent basis. The question though, is the game there today worth buying? And that's what we're going to hop in and check out. All right, so here's some Crab Champions. We're going to hop in and play some because honestly, it's a ton of fun. So this is like the little hub world that you kind of run around in between games. You can invite your friends, change the difficulty, and do all sorts of other random stuff. You can put on skins and whatnot. And then as you play through the game, you'll actually get these keys as loot, and you can use these keys at the key totem, and it'll give you one of these guns to unlock. So for the most part, your progression in this game is just getting new guns to try out. Currently, I only have the 2 base guns, the auto rifle and the dual shotguns, and then I actually got the dual pistols from my keys, so we're gonna hop into a run and check these out. I haven't actually played with them yet. So this game is co-op, and honestly, it plays best co-op. But we're going to just do a little bit of a run here. I don't know if we'll finish the whole run because they can go pretty long if you get pretty far. So the way it works is that there's basically 10 different scenarios that you'll go into, and at the end of each scenario, you'll get a reward which is going to upgrade your character. After you finish the 10, you'll move to the next biome, up to the third one, and then after the third one, if you defeat that final boss, then you beat it. Here's like the chest, and you just get all sorts of different stuff. All different types of upgrades and stuff for your crab, and then after each you can kind of hop in and choose between different types of scenarios. Usually there's a couple different options. So you have the damage chest, so this is going to give me a chest that gives damage upgrades, and this is going to give me one that gives speed upgrades. We're going to go damage. And yeah, you just kind of hop around and kill all the crabs, and it's honestly a lot of fun. There's slugs, and there's not a whole ton of different enemy types. I want to say total, not including bosses, there's the puffer fish, the slugs, there's some ants. There's probably 4 or 5 total. But one thing that's really fun about this game is the movement is really fun. I'm not trying too hard right now, but you can see, you know, you can do slides, you can really kind of move around the map, which is very needed as you get further on, as if you're not doing that, you will get absolutely dominated by the increasing amount of enemies. Now, in general, the enemies aren't too difficult. What ends up getting you is when you just get overwhelmed, or, you know, sometimes the bosses can kind of mess with you a little bit. There are also these totems you'll find that lets you basically gamble. So that one gives you a 50% chance to double your health, but if you lose, then it actually halves your max health. So give and take whether or not you're a big gambler. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. The game today isn't too complex. The fun comes from all the upgrades and stuff that you get over time. And you can end up getting some really fun builds here, basically as you just get further, because the upgrades all stack and you can get legendary items which make you a lot stronger, and it's a lot of fun. For a game that was in early access and has basically crabs as the playable character, I didn't really expect it to be as fun as it is. Alright, so we're going to do this one. Basically, you get an extra chest on this one if we take no damage at all. So it kind of gives you a reward for, you know, obviously playing flawlessly. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Oh, I got hit. Unfortunate. So we'll still get a reward at the end, we just won't get the extra reward. So we are playing a horde level, so you don't actually have to clear out all the enemies on this one, so I actually misplayed. You can kind of just dodge the horde ones by running in a circle, like so. And that's what I should have done, in all honesty. But now the AI in this game isn't overly smart. I mean, it is a roguelike, so it's not often that the AI is super complex in those types of games. But for the most part, they kind of just chase after you, other than the ranged enemies, which obviously will try and shoot you. So they are, in general, kind of easy to kite. Kind of gives me flashbacks to old zombies where you could kite them and then take them out. All right, here's the shop island. So this just lets you kind of regen a bit. There's some health here. There's sometimes like random chests, so we got that. You can pick up some of the purple gems, which are like the money and everything, and then if you have enough money, you can actually buy upgrades. So sometimes stuff is like on sale. Honestly, like late game, you'll get to the point where you kind of just buy the whole row of items. And then, yeah, you can re-roll the totems, and then usually, I don't see it here, but sometimes here there'll be one of those like gambling totems where you can give up half your life. Oh, that's like an AoE heal, which is useful if you're playing co-op. All right, so I think we're gonna go 2 times. So this is gonna have elemental explosion. So basically you're gonna take a lot more damage. So you have to be careful when you kill these guys, because if they die right on you, they will do damage to you. But besides that, it's nothing too complicated. Just kind of kill them when they're a little bit further away. Oh god, that guy was right on me. Ah! Alright, we gotta kill that guy. That's annoying. Enraged grub. I'm actually taking a lot of damage. Not sure how I feel about the dual pistols. So I've beaten a full run all the way through all 3 of the biomes twice. Once with the auto rifle and once with the shotgun. I definitely think the auto rifle is better, but the shotgun is pretty fun to use. These just don't have great range, which I guess is kind of counterproductive for this specific island, but I guess in general wouldn't be terrible. Alright, hopefully we can get some health here, because we are low. Alright, no health in that one. I guess there would be a health chest, so I didn't get a health chest, so I guess we're out of luck. Alright, let's see. We'll do a luck chest. Honestly, we might not make it through. I only have 7 health, so we might get wiped here. Oh, yeah. So usually when you're low health, the key is to just move a lot, take shots when you can, but it does get a little bit harder to make sure you like finish stuff off. Honestly, that was where the shotgun kind of shined, because you could jump around and then take a pot shot. But there's all sorts of different types of weapons that you can get. Oh, I have 1 HP. We're gonna die here. Oh, and that's the run. Alright, I ran a new run here, so we're gonna try and get to the boss fight so I can show you guys that. So we do have some different upgrades this time, but we are rocking the same weapon, so yeah, we'll see what we can do here. Basically, I think this game is going to be really fun as more and more content gets added. The movement is really slick. Right now, there's basically like, you know, this little dash flip thing. There's the slide and there's a side dash. But they're actually working on all sorts of other movement mechanics that they're adding, which you can read all about on the Twitter. So there's a lot of cool updates coming for this, no doubt. And I think as like more guns get added and stuff, it's just going to be even more fun. The only real downside is if you compare this directly to like Risk of Rain, which is probably the closest comparison, there isn't like quite as much in terms of build diversity, because you know that game has the different classes and there's all sorts of items which allow you to do some crazy stuff with your classes. In this game, you are primarily just shooting stuff. But if you enjoy primarily shooting stuff, then this game's going to be a lot of fun. And you have the different weapons to kind of, you know, mix it up and whatnot. Plus the different abilities that you pick up will make your guy play a little different pretty much every time anyways. So before the final boss in each little section, you do get a little run to the store so you can kind of top up on health and get ready, buy some last upgrades and whatnot. So the next thing here we're going to be hopping into is the boss fight for the first portion. All right, here we go. Alright, so here's the boss. It's basically, it looks like it's an elite lightning crab. So you will get different bosses pretty much every time. I don't know how many different ones there are, but there are a variety of them. And they all do different things. This one's actually kind of annoying. Sometimes they don't really do a whole lot, but this guy shoots stuff everywhere. It's very annoying. So these big things are really good. You can use these to get like massive damage put in if there's a group of enemies by them, or in this case the boss itself. They basically blow up and do like elemental damage, I believe. I keep getting hit. Alright, we broke his shield, so we should be able to melt him now. It stinks that these auto pistols just aren't that good at range, because I don't really want to get close. Yeah, you can see the damage numbers there, though. The close range damage is pretty good, but also, whenever I get close, I get hit, so it's like a give and a take. All right, see if we can bait him over here and blow this up on him. There we go. Look at that, he's burning. Fire burning on the dance floor. We do have a little thing that increases our crit chance the more shots in a row we hit, so it is even more beneficial to be right on top of him. But that's the boss. Then you get, you know, your 3 crates, and then you move on to the next biome, which gives you 10 new levels in a totally different environment. Here's the key that we were talking about earlier. Once you get 3 of these, you can use it to permanently unlock new guns for future runs. So we probably won't run through all 3 biomes just because it'll take a little bit. But you basically have that first biome, and then you have this biome, which is the ice biome, and then the last one's sort of like a lava-y biome. And the enemies vary a tiny bit. Like this one has ice crabs and whatnot. They're not a whole lot different. For the most part, combat's still going to feel pretty similar. It just gets harder. And then obviously your character, though, kind of scales with that because you're going to keep getting more and more upgrades. Eventually, I imagine there'll probably be more of these so that you don't get capped out after the 3rd biome. But yeah, that's Crab Champions. I think it's a lot of fun. For $9.99, I definitely think this is worth it. And with that said, guys, I'll see you all next time.